Hey parents, I'm Gina. I'm a speech therapist and a mom, and I want to help you guys set up your tablets for educational purposes. I know screen time is something just frowned upon. We get mom shamed for it every day, but we do live in a world where technology is a part of our lives, and screen time is just a part of that. I personally prefer interaction with feedback and one on one communication where your child is engaged with another person. That's going to give them the best feedback from learning. But I do understand as a mom that that's not always possible. Sometimes you just need 5 minutes to yourself to have a cup of coffee, or maybe just time to get the laundry done or dinner in the oven. There are times, there's a time and place for it. I don't think you should always be shoving the tablet in your child's face. That's not a healthy thing for them to have a relationship with the tablet. But it is something, again, that I will stress. It is a part of our lives. So we need to embrace that part and figure out the best way to move forward with it. So there are a lot of different apps for educational purposes, whether you are looking for games that are engaging, you can include a lot of vocabulary to teach them. And there are different things at all different age levels. So I'm going to talk about that today. Let's just jump in. Are you guys ready? Here goes. Screen time. All right, guys, so Learn First Words baby flashcards actually start. This one goes up to 12 months, but they have 18-month and 24-month ones even, so I definitely recommend checking those out. There are a ton of categories, which is what I really love about these. The pictures are great. They actually remind me of the Baby's First Word books. I'm not 100% sure. They may be a part of that. So definitely check these out. What I love is there's so many categories. You can see there's animals. We just had some vegetables. Here comes another one, transportation and vehicles. So they're really, really helpful. I absolutely love this. They also have a field of word choices, so you can kind of show them some colors in comparison. And I love that they're showing the colors with the object, so it's not just a color. And then it's really easy for all different ages. So I would start this about 12 months old, and then you can start using their different sets of flashcards all the way through. But they've got feelings, foods, and I love the feelings because it can really help, especially with your little ones pulling on mommy's hair. This can be helpful now to understand feelings and even some actions. So definitely download this one. I love it. Animal sounds for kids. This one's very realistic, so if your little one really enjoys real pictures, I highly recommend just going for this one. There are real animal noises, real pictures. They're more like flashcards. They're not necessarily going to choose from them, but I really do like that. I also enjoy the fact that they have the written the text underneath, so your child can get used to seeing these words. Like if they see an elephant picture, show them the text, and then they can also see in the book. A fun activity I love for these flashcards is you can bring your iPad with you to the zoo, look up the word, hear the sound, see the animal on the card, and then go hunt them down at the zoo for a scavenger hunt. So if any of you families have zoo passes, these are great activities. They have just about every animal in here, so definitely check it out. They're really, really great pictures, so to be a good comparison. All right, let's see what else we have for you. This one is Animal Sounds for Babies, Learning Animals Free. So I have this one as an option for you guys because it does have the cartoon versions as well, which I think is important for some kids. Some kids are not as engaged by the real life pictures, but it's important to see them. So I really like that once you click on the animal, it gives you the real life and it makes the real life noises too. It's not just all cartoon. So it works really good for those younger kids. The pictures are really great. The illustrations honestly are amazing. Sometimes you see these animals and they don't look great, but you can see a really realistic photo that matches the cartoon version. There are so many animals into this. They also have different languages, so if you need that, you are welcome to use both, and you can use them both on this device here. Okay, so let's see another one. Baby games, piano, baby phone, first words. The reason I included this app for language is because language is not just about vocabulary. There's a lot of different ways like expressing their language. This has rhymes, animal sounds, and numbers. So you're pretty much bombarding with all kinds of vocabulary. But it's not a flashcard format. So they're not just seeing the word and saying, okay, they're playing the piano and saying, oh, hit the red key. I see fish and elephants. There's different categories so you can target. So if you're headed to the beach, I recommend getting a beach one. I like the activities because when you're working with them, you can still actually show them like pop the balloons, but they're animals, and playing instruments. These are really great functional activities. If you have instruments, you can even show them the real one and then they can play it on here. This is awesome as they put on here hand-eye coordination, a lot of different skills. So definitely check out this app. Color shapes, kids learn colors and shapes. I like that they put all of that information there from RV App Studios because it's really hard to find the app you're looking for sometimes. So it'll give you, these are all the colors here, purple and green, and they'll see the green one. Then they can match the shapes. So that's really awesome too. You can see the outline. It's basically a virtual shape sorter. And colors can be tricky, but this is helpful because they can have a coloring activity and it'll tell them what color to color the animal with. And it's also targeting animals. Okay, this is a good way for them to learn their shapes, not just speech therapy help here, but also this can help with those fine motor movements, matching the same colors and same objects, so that's really helpful. I also included colors and shapes, which I like. So you'll see they're making a square, but they're using all of the different colors to do it. I really enjoy this app. My favorite thing though is there are no ads. So you are able to have your child play this game without having all those annoying pop-ups. Kids All-in-One. Yes, they picked a great title for the reason this app could not be more inclusive. There really is a little bit of everything in this app. I think it's great for younger ones, but this can also be used for those older kids too. The reason for this is they have a lot of different categories. The images aren't really kid-based, so they're great for your child learning realistic items, but they're also great for an older student. And they have some more detailed vocabulary, like apricot is not. It's a standard fruit, but it's not what we think of like banana, apple, orange. I like that they have the field of 4 choices. That's really helpful for the older kids, but for younger ones, they may start to advance quickly. Younger ones can start to learn their numbers, which is really awesome. And I really find for the younger kids, they love doing the coloring pages. So this is really helpful. They can learn their colors and have something fun and engaging and interactive. It's really hard to find activities that are interactive, free, and all inclusive. So if you don't have a lot of storage on your device, I definitely recommend just going for this one. Also, great features. They have so many different languages for this app. Okay, guys, here's another one. Fruits, vegetables for kids. So this is another one I also am going to recommend to you for older kids because of the really realistic information and the written text, but for younger kids, it's great vocabulary too. They are eating these foods, they're seeing them, touching them, tasting them. It's a really, really great thing for them to see real life images, not just cartoon animated images. Those illustrations can be amazing, but I really do appreciate this in its entirety. The other thing I like is it is fruits and vegetables. A lot of kids tend to group these together and think of them as one thing. They just think in the produce aisle and it's all there. But they give them some choices and let them pick. So I like that they've combined all the vegetables together and then even all the fruits together. So they really can start to associate these categories together. One of the next stages they'll be doing as they get into older grades is categorizing objects. So it's really important that they can understand the differences and be able to decide what belongs in which group. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope this helped you guys out. I put new videos out every single week. Please subscribe below, and if you ring the bell, you'll be notified whenever my new videos are put out. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the apps.